Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Stonehearth. And now we're finally, well, I say finally, well, we're finally building our two new houses. We've got a carpenter who's churning away here, hopefully getting some levels on her. Trilla is doing a great job. Oh, she is already level 1. So what can you craft extra? So we are going to want a weaver spindle. We are also potentially at some point, we want the farmer's hoe. I think we already have a sword. If I go in here and I check, where is the person who I was going to make you? Yes, we already have a footman thingy, so that'll be just fine. Looking good. So the very first, so the three things we're going to want to get up and running first is going to be a carpenter, and a weaver. Those are going to be like the first two things that I get going, I think. And a farmer. We're going to want a farmer. The farmer house is going to go here, I think, and then the trapper house is going to go here. Now the farmer house is going to be different. In that it's not going to have a work area. Or rather, its work area is going to be a storage house. So it looks like we have our first table and chairs down. Carpenter's working away like crazy. Just trying to use up all this wood in the early game. Also, you know, something I'm going to want the carpenter to do is to actually build a fence. I'm going to want to maintain, I think, about 5 of those and 1 of these in inventory. And he'll get around to this eventually. We'll let him do all this other stuff first, because we're going to want our fences up and running, you know, at some point in the near future. Because if we look at our assigned area, we're going to want a fence here and a fence here to separate out this particular zone. And we're going to want to probably delete these at some point, these ladders, because they are a vulnerability direction for our town. But you know, we're not too scared right now. One thing we do need though is we do need a food income, and I think we're kind of light on food right now. No, we're pulling in meat. So we should be just fine. I think meat is pretty nutritious. Aha, so you're level 2 now. So I will, in fact, also queue up a farmer's hoe. We got our daily update. We do not have enough food for a hearthling, but I think the net worth of your town is also dictates how big of enemies come at you. So I'm actually kind of okay with my town not being such a high net worth. And I think the number of hearthlings you have too also dictates how big an enemy force comes at you. But we're going to want a farmer and we're going to want a weaver. I'm going to speed up time here because mostly what we're doing is waiting for these buildings to be finished. I will go into the carpenter though, and I will grab the... We'll get them to build the carpenter tool bench. And I will also... get them to maintain at least 1 of these in inventory, I think. So there's a lot of wood around that we can use. There's something really satisfying about them building, you know? You can just watch them churn through and make the buildings and all that sort of good stuff. Runa Elliott has reached Trapper level 1. I think that's actually extra speed and maximum health. Oh, you fell asleep on the ground. That's not good. This isn't ideal to people to be falling asleep on the ground, but, you know. Progress is progress, and we don't have houses yet. So the interesting thing about the trapper house and the farmer house is they're going to share a raw food stockpile, and then the cook's house is going to be adjoined onto that. That's going to be something that we do. So we have the little workstations building up here. Ah, someone has arrived. Where's the cell? So I think something I'm going to do is I'm going to sell actually quite a lot of this wood. I'm going to sell like a decent amount of it. Because we have a lot of wood. We have plenty of wood lying around, and we can use this to buy things that we need. So we don't need any of these. These are things we have. So what do we want to buy off this guy? I think actually getting some early game comfy beds could be cool. Dining furniture for introverts. Wooden wall lanterns. I don't think I actually need any of this. I will buy the the comfy beds, because I can then replace those. These things, I will undeploy them. And instead, so who's going to be my weaver? Yeah, I think you are. You is a friend to all plants, plants less so. So you're a herbivore and you also have animal companions. So I think I'm going to make you my weaver. When the weaving thing eventually gets made. So you made some beds. We're going to undeploy this bed. Oh, there's someone sleeping in it. So we'll cancel that for now. We'll speed this up. Okay. So my carpenter will be moving over here shortly. So allow me to move this over. Right there. And there is another work. Oh, you know what? Let me keep this here for now. So I think he's just making the weaver tool right now. Okay, so he just made the weaver tool, so let me grab... Who was it? I think it was Cavan. Yes, Cavan and Alvin. You are going to be my weaver. Although, you know, the first thing I should make is probably the... I should probably make the farming tool first. Do I have one of those, actually? Let me check. Yes, I do. So who's going to be my farmer? I think it's going to be someone... Do I have a plant lover? No, you're a herbivore. You're a happy archer. So I don't really have a valid... I think it's going to be Cavan. You're going to be my my farmer. So why don't you go ahead and get your farming profession? And we will harvest these things. We'll make a little ladder up to here. So we have a farmer now, which is good. Hopefully he doesn't have anything to farm right now because we're in construction mode, and I think we're getting enough food from our trapper to not have to worry about, oh no we're not, we're definitely not. So let me go ahead and get started then on the farms. The farms are going to go over here. So let's see if I can get this sliced up. I would like someone to prioritize getting these trees. There we go. Okay, so the tree is out of the way. I'm going to place down my first farm. So I want it to be 1, 2, 3, and then from here to here. Okay. Which is, if I check that again, let me see. 1, 2, 3 from here to here, which is 7 away from the red trapper area. We want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't want 11 by 11. I'm thinking... You know what? We'll do 11 by 11s. And this one is going to be turnip. No. It's going to be instead, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here, it's going to be 11 by 5. This is going to be turnips, and then I'll do a second field that's 11 by 5. That is going to be carrots, and then a third field that's 11 by 5. No, that'll be fine. I'll just these two for now should supply us with enough food to get started. Oh, you know what? I'm going to want to harvest these trees as well because they're in the way of my town eventually. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to pick up these beds because I'm going to put down comfy beds. I bought them for a reason, and so I will place them for a reason. Let's speed up time here while our people build. Okay, the first one has been... No, you're going to bed. Can somebody pick up these beds? No, is that not a task? There we go. And then we shall place comfy bed in here. Hopefully somebody will get to that task. There we go. That's going to be an unassigned bed, I think, for now. And then the second comfy bed will go in. Let me see if I can get that placed right. There. Someone's going to place that now in a moment. So the farmer is getting started, which is good news because we need food. Okay, so wood stockpile. I need to place down... So I'm going to place down some wooden crates here. Then I'm also going to move... I'm going to take off wood from these storage things. Right, so I've taken wood out of here, and then wood is instead going to go into these two crates, which should have room for 64 wood, and they should get to work moving those over now. I'll speed up time while that happens. So I want to assign this bed to my carpenter. So my carpenter now owns this house. This is where he lives, and so actually we can also move this. We're going to undeploy that, and I want to deploy also the carpenter's tool bench over to here. So we have a daily update. We have no food. That's really bad, actually. Our people might go hungry for a day or two. Where's our trapper? Aren't you supposed to be catching things? Let's further extend the trapping areas. Maybe this will increase the amount of food they get. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm certainly hoping that's how it works. Nice big old trapping area. Maybe it's just because you get better trapping down around here. I'm not sure. But there's certainly some stuff to worry about. Okay, so we have the ability to get a weaver, but we're not ready for that because our big problem right now is food. So hopefully this trapper will figure out and find... There is a squirrel here. So you did level up just now, which will allow you to charm a particularly fine animal into a pet. And you can promote now to a shepherd, but I don't think we can do that yet. Ah, yes, we're out of food. Hungry is, it's not a good look on our people. So I'm also going to want to place down again some more of these fine crates here. Like so, or maybe I'll do them in like a little square or something, we'll see. Somebody should take up that task. Speaking of food, actually, you know what we're gonna do? There is food to be had down here somewhere, these things. So let me go ahead and we'll harvest these just for some emergency food supplies. They're not great sources of food, but they're food. And that's the important thing. So we're going to let our citizens go about their job. Picking up this stuff and bringing it up to our town, I hope. And I'm going to set these to be wood storage also. Or you know what? This one's going to get, actually, I changed my mind. How do I remove these? Yes, destroy these two things, because they're in my way. I actually don't like where they are. Speed of time here. No, 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 none. Ah, someone has arrived at wares to sell. I hope you have food to sell. You do not have food to sell. I will sell some fine picket stuff in the hopes that you will give me food, but you will not. But I will buy some more beds, actually. So let me sell off... We'll sell off the pelts. We'll sell some of our wood. Okay. So it's time to set up a job for our combateer. You're going to change jobs to be a foot... No, you know who's going to go be our first footman? It's going to be this guy, because he needs to get leveled up. I need to call the town to vigilance. So here's my footman. My footman now has The stuff needed for combat. Oh, you know what? You should be able to hold that, actually. They're not too scary. They're just little wood creatures. It should give you an opportunity, actually, to get some experience. This does mean I'm going to want a herbalist, which... Oh god, where was I going to put the herbalist? The herbalist needs to go over here as well. Oh, that's difficult. So instead what I'll do, I'll probably put the herbalist here. Here, and then have the farm area be here. So let me get started on the herbalist house. I'm going to design a custom house over here. So we want 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and then a 9x9. Like so. I think the floor type, we're going to go for an antique brass floor in this house. Now in terms of the wall, I'm thinking tobacco brown, ponga. How about a ponga? Ponga. No, we'll go for this. This is going to be like a yellowy house, so we'll go for like a lemon ginger. We will also go for wall posts. We'll go for like a pesto, maybe. No, lemon ginger with shadow walls. Yeah. No, that's kind of awful looking. Ew. Let's not do that. Let's instead do. Let's see if can we undo the walls. Yeah, let's do Chocolado instead, I think. Chocolado with muesli. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And then the roof, we will do a slightly weirder roof. Let me turn this back on. And we'll do something like this. There we go. That'll be a nice, trying to make it just look, I want to make each house look unique, essentially. We'll put down a regular old wooden door. And then another regular old wooden door. This is going to be the herbalist's workbench. I will stick out the back here. This guy's going to get a couple of really big windows. Since the herbalist is very much into his plants, he's going to be getting, or he or she rather, will get a rather large amount of flowers to make them really stand out, you know. And then how about they will also get a little wall lantern up here. And their lights will go above the door to make things interesting. And then how about they get another little window above their door to let light in. Maybe they're particularly enamored with nature. And then we're going to place down a bed here for them. One bed. They will get a wooden desk. They will get a dining table, because I think the dining table is just slightly better for the food happiness. I could be completely wrong. Oh, that's too far away. There we go. That's a nice distance. So they'll get a dining table in that, and then that will be that. We will call this... this will be the herbalist's house. So I think that's a good building. I'll get to work on that soon. We're still low on food, but we are gathering up food with the farmer. He's going to eat the food that he has just started collecting, I think. So this needs to be harvested. I'm hoping someone gets around to it. Oh, you know what? The footman is trying to patrol around this farm, but because it's too close to the edge, it's weird. So what I'll tell this to do is I will tell this to go fallow, and then I'll replant it when it's done being harvested. Because I don't want my people running up and down the ladder constantly because they're patrolling. It just makes things weird. Okay. I'm actually really happy with how this town is turning out. I think this is the town, I think I've like worked the hardest to make this work. Why is this ghost still here? How do I undo this? How do I get these to pick up? Aha, here we go. I want to move this. Not there. Well, yeah, it'll do there. We'll also move this over. Someone should get around to moving those. I have a weaver house, but I don't need a weaver yet. So this is going to remain unassigned for a little bit. Somebody's sitting at this chair. I think that's my footman, who should be slowly leveling up. Nice. They're halfway to level 2, which I believe unlocks increased damage at level 2. No. Level 1 is, yes, 20% damage, which is nice, you know. 20% damage is not anything to sniff at. So I'm going to make some modifications here to my workbench orders. So I have it set to keep one of these simple wooden chairs and table for ones. I'm going to change these simple wooden chairs or the table for ones for dining tables. So where is that in here? Right, yeah, I'm going to want you to maintain one of those in inventory. I think now that I can make writing desks, I'm going to keep one of those in inventory as well. And then a cathedral arched chair to go with the writing desks. You know, the people deserve, you know, nice things. I'm trying to build a nice village here. I'm not trying to win the game. Oh, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to place down the starting of this fence. And this is going to be faced this way. It's going to start here. 3, 4, 5, and then a piece of fencing, a gate, a gatto, a gat. Let's speed up time here so the people get to work. We are no longer at 0 food, which is a good deal. We can actually delete this farm now, and we will remake it. Here is a 5x11 turnip farm. This is going to be set to fallow also. So hopefully the harvesting here will go well. Looks like someone's eating those. That's good news. It means we have just enough food. We're just barely squeaking by with our food situation. You're capturing critters out there, that's good. Okay, so you should build that next farm now, and then we can delete this farm and then move it over a tile. So we're getting invaders again. These are going to be carrots. We will place some more farms. Place one more. This will be a pumpkin farm. So where are these invaders? Little stone people. Yep, you're already on it. So he Yui Doril should be able to handle it. I think it's a woman. It might be, it's hard to tell. But this should be the level up. So the rugged survivalist. I don't really need any of these, so I shall pass on them for now. You should level up from this combat, I think. Probably just barely away from a level, yep. Okay, again, I'm really happy with how this town is turning out. You know, you can zoom out and you can see, look, we're starting a village here. We've got a fence going. Speaking of fences, we have a fine picket fence. So let's have a look at these need to be lifted, because this is not where these things should be. So is someone going to go pick those up? Or did I bug them out and make them infinite or something? Could somebody pick these up? Maybe they'll do it when the tasks over here are done. We'll see. I need these to go away because I don't want them there. I don't like them. Well, actually, this one is just fine. It's this one I need to get rid of. Things are going just fine. We've got 3 little farms going. If I go in and look. Nice, so he can manage three farms without too much of an issue. So we actually do have the farmer. So what was this going to be again? This was going to be the herbalist. Now, can we actually grow is the question. Some herbalist related things. I'm going to just leave these fallow. I am going to lay them out though, which will give the farmer something to do and have crop areas prepared. You can place some more fence. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll place a fence I could do it every 5 tiles, but I'll do it every 10. Huh, why can't they pick this up? I need this to be picked up. So I'm gonna see if they actually finish their tasks. Carpenter level 4. Need a little fire over there. Can somebody please pick this goddamn thing up? Okay, thank God, Jesus. And I will actually, you know what I'll do? I'll place it back down. Over here. So I want to make sure I have set these all to be wood. No. So these 3, these 4 are going to be wood. And then this one is going to be furniture. Doors and windows, defenses, and decorations. And then similarly, these 2 are going to be for these things. And then I can take these off. This thing. Because now I have a place for those things in my town. Ideally, actually, these 2 would have been right beside each other. As well. It's kind of hard to get the town to be the perfect layout. But, you know, I think we're day 5 in, and I want to say thank you very much for watching. I think we're doing pretty well so far. Oh my god, what have you done? Just pick these up. Pick up this can, citizen. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember, if you want to see more of me, you can subscribe to my channel. If you want to directly support my channel, please leave a like on the video. And if you want to give me your feedback, go ahead and leave a comment. Other than that, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.